Hey guys, welcome to the show.
Oh, baby.
Today we're talking about UFOs, pyramids, organic food, and missing submarines.
Welcome to another episode of
really
60
long.
Cycle Home.
That was a good instinct, Steve. Let's sing in on it. Do 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 do.
We've never done that before.
What is
Hey
happening?
everyone, I'm Ryan.
I'm Fluff.
And I'm Steven. This is 60 Cycle Hum, the guitar buying, selling, trading, modding, fixing, bringing, reviewing, playing
Podcast.
at Gearfest podcast.
Okay.
We've got Fluff from Riffs,
How's it going?
Beards, and Gears.
Yeah.
Did I get that in the wrong order?
no,
I usually do.
gear is not plural, but I'll take it. I've been called much worse.
So you usually do ridiculous reverb.
I do.
We don't do that around here. Like we take reverb pretty seriously.
I know you
But
do.
we do gratuitous gear exchange. We do egregious eBay,
Do crazy Craigslist.
Craigslist,
Ooh.
things like that. We're a somewhat
Okay.
new channel, so we're coming in on your
Sure.
coattails.
That's fine.
with
But
these
usually
concepts.
it's respectable reverb. When it
Respectable
comes to us.
reverb. That's right. I don't know what this listing came from though. I don't.
Which one are you doing?
We're starting with the first one. We're starting with that SG.
That's not the first one.
How do you mean it's not the first one?
Group A-
this
Group
is.
A?
This is a respectable reverb. Group A. This is the Jesse Hughes Gibson SG 2006 reissue 61, gifted to Kat Von D, designed and painted by Jess from Eagles of Death Metal.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and they want $4,342.66. It is down. Wait, it's down from $17,000. That is a significant price drop.
Yeah, only at $12,680.
Because shockingly, no one is looking for a drawn all over Gibson SG.
This is there's a whole
$200 shipping, so it's $4,500
well,
for
because it's
this
in
thing.
France. There's the whole story. Kat Von D is a famous tattoo maker from Los Angeles and showed to the world with her show LA Ink. We can see her opening her tattoo shop, and her customers are rock stars as Lemmy Klimster, Chester Bennington, Nick. Why are we opening?
They're trying to talk it up, man.
I get it, but like your first two celebrities are dead, and it feels like you're taking advantage of a situation here.
Right. Yikes.
Nikki
Right.
Sixx, Dave Navarro, and many others. When opening the shop High Voltage, Eagles of Death Metal played for the grand opening, and during the show, we see Kat and Jesse Hughes are friends. I don't care about any. I don't care about
cares?
these people, which is the
They're
problem.
friends. That means
they're friends.
this has something to do
Why
with
can't
her.
we be friends?
Oh, boy.
Well, he signed it for her. It is a gift to her, and then apparently she loved it so much that apparently
She listed it on Craigslist.
Yeah,
or
I don't think she
Reverb.
sold it. I think she sold it at auction or something like that, and now this
Yeah.
person's trying to flip it. I mean, what do we think about the art on this thing?
And maybe
it's awful.
Do you have any art experience, Fluff?
I used to draw comic books, actually,
You used to draw comic books
back in the day.
I didn't know this about you.
Not like ones that were published or anything, but
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
but yeah,
that's cool.
cool,
I didn't know
yeah.
you were an art boy.
used to be
Used to be.
ex art. Boy.
I'm an ex graphic designer, so we got
Wow.
two art boy Ryans.
Do you
over
do your
here.
own logos and stuff?
Yes, I do.
You're very good at that.
Oh, thank you.
That's very good.
Oh,
Wow,
thank you.
I'm
Thank
very
you.
impressed.
Well, I have a bachelor's in graphic design.
Oh, well,
So
that
I'm
would explain it.
qualified. I bought a house with graphic design money. So
Wow.
that's more important than any graphic design degree, because graphic design degrees are worth the paper they're printed on.
So when I need something done, I should just text
No,
you.
I'm too busy.
Okay.
If you want something done, pitch it to me and I'll consider it.
Okay.
Yeah, because
sounds
it's you.
so soft.
Because it's you.
Okay.
It sounds.
It's
so soft.
a time thing. You know how long it takes to edit videos
Oh
and
my
stuff.
God.
It sucks up my
Yeah.
entire life.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, you're qualified to make some judgments on
Totally.
these doodles on here. I just
Here's-
wanted to make sure that you were qualified.
This is what happened. He was like, "Let me give you this guitar that I just used to hang up on your wall." And she goes, "Why don't you do something cool with it?" And then he was like, "Cool, give me a paint marker." And then he drew a skull and lightning thing, and then wrote "sexy" on the pickguard, and then scribbled all over it with no intention of it ever going anywhere but the wall.
right.
Right. And then she probably is hard up for money or something and then sold it.
Well, she was probably looking at it like, I'm not attached to this.
Yeah, like, who cares, right? and then she sold it to somebody for probably a lot of money because that $17,000 is probably what they originally paid for it and wanted for it.
It's got that certificate of authenticity in there.
It's weird because it was auctioned at one point. It looks like it was auctioned at one point, and then so this person bought it at the auction for. What?
I honestly, I don't hate parts of it, like the skull and lightning crossbones has this kind of like Napoleon Dynamite. Like
if it had just that, it would be like, okay, that's a vibe.
But all these weird little swirlies and squigglies and stuff, like, yeah, just dial it back a little bit. There's a point in a piece of art where you just have to stop and walk away. You did too much, and he crossed that barrier. But this isn't priced because of the art. Obviously, it's priced because of celebrities. Of course, it's because of celebrities that.
So here's I've been trying to decipher what's going on here. On the pickguard, I think it says drawn by sexy. So he's not even saying like this guitar is sexy or that he thinks that Kat Von D is sexy. He's calling the artist is saying I'm sexy and I want people who see this to know.
And that, yeah, and that Jesse guy's a weirdo anyway. So
is he a weirdo? I know nothing about him, but the moment I pull this up, it's like, oh, you're gonna know stuff about him.
Not appropriate for this podcast, but
everything's appropriate for this podcast.
No, it's actually not. But
okay, I'll try.
He's very creepy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's very creepy.
Look it up.
You can. Is
it public information?
Yeah.
Okay. It's public information. Go look it up. You could. I'm going to trust you. It's not appropriate for this family friendly podcast.
Yeah. He's just he's kind of a weirdo, creepy
sucks.
guy. He's a creepy guy.
Oh, all right. There goes our mature rating. Thanks a lot, Steve. Now I can't show this to my children. I always show my children the podcast.
Do you get those emails of like angry?
No one cares.
Oh,
yeah. We get like one maybe once a year.
You do?
Yeah.
You got angry parent emails?
Well, that's why I've never cussed on my videos from the day one, just because.
Wow.
It wasn't really on purpose,
right?
But then on the occasion that I do, I would get like angry, like because apparently. Parents like to like eat their breakfast and like have the breakfast time in the mornings, and then they'll put on like a Raider roast or.
I didn't know you were such a gosh darn square.
Apparently, it's like but the occasional bleep can be very funny.
Yes. I mean, bleeps are comedy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
the problem is that bleeps are work, and that's why we've never bleeped.
That requires. Literally, sometimes up to 15 seconds of extra effort on my part when I'm editing, so it just never happens.
I get it. Understand.
Yeah. So what do we think this is actually worth? We've got a Made in USA SG.
Drawn all over? What it's actually worth?
Well, let's figure. It's not worth. It's still an SG. You could refinish it. You could refinish it.
You could wipe off the marker too.
Yeah. Get a new pickguard. You can.
Why would anyone do that though?
I know it's beautiful art and it's worth $17,000 at one point.
What is this even? Is this like done with like a paint pen?
Yeah, it looks like a metallic, like gel pen sort of thing. One of those ones that you like push in and the ink comes out, sort of thing. It has a value. It's not nothing. I disagree with you, Fluff. It's not nothing, but it is technically going to be worth more than the guitar clean because someone out there is going to care about these people. They're going to be like, okay, I need this in my life because I care about these people for some reason.
I want this to be like because this is in France, and I noticed that the description is written, it feels like a little bit of a Google Translate in the writing. This says that it was designed and painted by Jesse Hughes. It's an SG. There's no design. No. Like the designs existed.
He means the art was designed.
There's no thought out process or design. Someone scribbled all over it. Someone wants to make a buck off of it.
Right. Yeah.
Find me an Eagles of Death Metal fan that A, can even spell sexy, and B, that would want a Gibson SG. It doesn't happen. They're busy wearing their leather jackets and their too tight jeans.
What guitar would they want?
They would want like what the band actually plays, like a hollow body ES335 or something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a tough market then. There's no overlap. It's like when you see the guitars that are like signed by, whatever county fair band came through, and it's some, first act $100 thing, and someone's trying to auction it. Like they never played that guitar.
No.
You don't want a Mahar signed by Smash Mouth?
I kind of actually do. That was too good of a pitch, Steve.
I would say, I don't know, 800 maybe. Is that too generous?
What's the clean value on these? Are they like 1,200 or something?
That's the $1,400-$1,600.
I think someone would pay for this. I think someone would pay to $2,000. Someone out there is dumb enough to want celebrity scribbled on stuff.
Yeah, not four. Though.
Not four. I don't want to believe in a world where it sells for $4.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking like $700 because the other $1,300 is all of the effort and Goo-Gone I'm going to spend on cleaning it up.
If it wasn't a celebrity thing, if it was just someone that scribbled on it, it would be $600. It would be $500, something like that. Someone would look at it and be like, "Well, I can refinish it." You know, if it was just some random that did on there, someone would look at it and be like, "Oh, it's still a guitar. Right. I've got sandpaper. I don't care about going down to a raw finish." You know, that sort of thing. There's nuts out there that like to take paint off, and they're crazy. Who are these people? I don't know anyone like that. It's a definished guitars.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't respect them if they're out there.
Calm down. No, not if they're a Jag Sting.
What do you think about this handheld?
Oh, that's
something
guitar
that
stand
cracked me up because like they've got this thing like, oh, it could be worth 17,000, but we're selling it for $4,000.
You're getting a deal.
Put it in the crappiest novelty guitar hanger that there is. I've never looked at one and thought like, oh, that's gonna hold. Like that's safe. Those friggin' like Willy Wonka molded hands that people use as guitar hangers. There's no way that you use those and don't hear your guitar crashing on the floor in the middle of the night. Like
100%.
There's no way.
Nope.
You go out there and the hands just like wide open.
No. The guitar's on the ground and the hand's doing this.
For you audio
and you're
folks,
like, wow.
We just flipped the bird.
Yeah. And you're like, damn, guitar stand.
Yeah.
You're mean.
I'd pay extra money for a guitar stand that could do that.
That would be funny.
A sentient, vulgar, hand-shaped guitar stand. Mm-hmm. I'd get it just for the
And it has the preferences on what guitar it wants to hang.
Right. Oh, don't hang that one. It doesn't like it.
It's a Fender hand.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really not a Gibson kind of hand.
Is this a good video? This feels like a good video.
You asking that already? Speaking of good videos, if you want to help us make good videos, head on over to patreon.com/60cyclehumcast, where for as little as $1
little dollar, you can use a little dollar.
Not a big dollar.
I
use a little dollar or a big dollar.
I forget what channel I was listening to, but on YouTube, but they described their Patreon levels as cups of coffee. So there's like 5, 10,
I've heard 20, a couple like that.
For 4 cups of coffee, you can support this channel. Whatever.
I'm not a coffee drinker, though. I don't understand.
Coffee.
I don't understand the scale.
Yeah, you're like $100. What?
Yeah, everyone acts like coffee's so important. It must be so valuable. You know.
Anyway, we're at Gear Fest.
It is important. Okay.
And Patreon helps pay for some of the raucous, stupid things we're doing.
We spent $100 on Mexican food and drinks last night. Thank you, Patreon.
This episode, in addition to the Patreon, this episode is brought to y'all from some fine companies like Stringjoy. They make strings in Nashville in the United States. They have their own factory, which is actually, there's only a handful of companies that do. I think it's like 7 or 8 companies that do. And you can get custom sizes. So if, say you want a heavy bottom and a light top, or a light top and
I like to go every other
and a light bottom, or whatever. You
heavy high E,
pick what you
really, really light B, really, really heavy G, really, really, really light D.
This just sounds like ends up being Nashville
super heavy A, and then the lightest E you can find. It's actually a high E again.
I only use high E strings.
Yeah, across the whole thing.
That's the secret of my tone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And you can build those sets with the Stringjoy custom set builder on their website.
Check out the link below. It lets them know that we sent you. And for 10% off, use code HUM. This episode is also brought to you by Chase Bliss.
That's right. Chase Bliss Audio, makers of
all kinds of things.
I'll put something on the screen, I guess.
Graphic, yeah.
You know what they make. You know what they have. We don't need to tell you what pedals they make. You know everything that Chase Bliss has. Thank them for sponsoring the show yet again. by going and clicking the link in the description and browsing the site again and making your Christmas list. Send it out to all your friends and family and tell them what you want for Christmas, birthday, Father's Day, Flag Day, whatever. Celebrate the holidays with Chase Bliss.
Yep. And last but not least, we'd like to thank Big Ear Pedals for supporting the show, Grant and Karen. They make pedals in batches, so you want to head on over to bigearpedals.com, get on their mailing list, so when you know when those batches are available.
We could use some stinking batches.
Oh, I wasn't sure where that was going.
You know what? We should also mention Sweetwater.
Oh, of course.
Because we're here at GearFest. They are hosting us. Also, all the gear that we're recording with in this video is supplied by Mackie here at Sweetwater.
Thanks, Mackie.
So we're using the DLZ here. We're using Mackie mics, Mackie stands. Everything sounds great.
When are we going to get some freaking mic stands, dude?
We have mic stands, but we have the big boom mics. I know. Okay. This is Steve's passive-aggressive way of begging the Mackie rep over here to send us stands.
It's just sad.
Really
it's just
slick,
sad.
Steve. Real smooth.
Wow. His middle name is Tact.
All right, what's the next ad?
We've got a $1,000 pickguard here. Just so you know, Fluff, I didn't pick any of these with you in mind. I just made random groups. So, nothing is custom tailored to you. You don't have to feel like, they think I'm going to have a special opinion about this.
All right.
Oh, no.
Loaded Stratocaster pickguard. This is from Matt Carnavale with loaded Stratocaster pickguard with 70s capacitor, 3 CTS pots, aged pickguard, metal shield, switchcraft, 5-way switch, a hot bridge rewound Fender Stratocaster pickup from 1975, a 1978 middle pickup, and a 1975 neck pickup. Is 6.4? I guess
it's got a little bit of everything.
That's a little bit of a hot. How much are they asking for this?
This is a time travel
$971.
It's got a $285 price drop, though. I mean,
again, like with all of these things, show me your vintage pickups. I've seen pictures of a pickup. Show me date codes. Show me
right. Well, we do have pictures here.
Wow,
Ryan,
nothing tells me that that's the 70s.
Well, my thing is right now at the current price, this is what, a third of an actual 1978 Stratocaster,
right?
Just for the
and it's triple an actual Fender custom shop
also,
loaded pickguard.
Yeah,
I want to look at the soldering going on.
That's I was just about to point that out. Like,
you soldered this, didn't you?
I soldered this in 1997, apparently, because that's about what I was doing.
God,
it looks like they might have used some vintage wire. Maybe they scalped a little bit of, or they aged some wire or something like that. But that's soldering. Jeez, glop it on there. Use a putty knife, right?
Well, I guess that's the other question is these are described as rewound pickups. So does that just mean that they reused the bobbin?
That
like
is
the
correct.
bobbins are original. Maybe the magnet's original.
The wire is new.
The wire is new, which is why the actual wire off the pickguard is modern. This isn't even, I say it's
and
modern.
all the pots look modern too. And just,
right.
Yeah. We do have some markings here on the pickups. I don't know how to properly age
I'm not
pickups.
an expert either. I just like to talk shit about things I don't actually know anything about.
Well, yeah, that's why we're here. We don't have to be experts. We just have to have opinions on the fly.
No, but I do know,
make content,
like, that is not vintage wiring. Nothing about that is vintage. Yeah,
Right.
so they have some vintage bobbins with all new pieces around it. That doesn't make it vintage. That's not a old muscle car where it's like, the frame is 1930s and everything else is
right. I mean, this cap here looks old. I don't know
whoopity
anything
do.
about it. Yeah, I'd never use my tone control anyways. Like,
right. What's that thing even for? I don't know.
Right. Why do they put two of them on a Strat? Like,
right.
I
Why?
Yeah. I only use the volume as an on and off. Like, just give me a switch.
There's so much solder splatter on this capacitor. It looks like it's just about ready to crack it out.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
horrific.
Theoretically, if this was a complete, 19 whatever they said it was pickguard, would it be worth $1,000?
No.
Like, even that sounds wild to me. Like, if it was a 1966 complete pickguard, nothing has changed. No. Everything is honestly aged, a sincere relic.
It'd be worth quite a bit.
It would be, but would it be worth $1,000?
A vintage 66 loaded pickguard?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I never price them out.
Yeah,
several
grand. Yeah.
Like if it was a pre CBS, sure.
Okay.
Because you're talking about like, you're going to drop $2,000-$3,000 on a pickguard a loaded pickguard that's going to go on a $20,000 guitar.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
It's a whole thing where while it's kind of off the rails, friggin' 1960 like a 1950s Les Paul pickup ring is $500.
Right. Yeah. Because here's the output
somebody
jack.
wants here's the output jack from a 1957 Les Paul, $1,000 for a pickup for a output jack.
I mean, people will pay that.
Yeah.
Is it really worth that though? Unless you're completing a vintage guitar.
Sure.
This won't
Do you think like anyone can even really tell the difference sound wise or vibe wise?
But this isn't completing a vintage. This is a
No, it's all
completing a
parts.
vintage.
Right.
It's bobbins with new wire on it.
This is not someone restoring their actual 66 Strat.
Yeah. This is your one piece.
And this wouldn't even fit on the Eagles of Death Metal SG that I just bought.
know, right? It doesn't even have sexy written on it.
No.
It's not going to go on anything right. It's got the wrong vibe. It's got the wrong look. Kat Von D is not involved, so I'm not involved.
I almost feel like the way that, because it says screws fit 1966 to 1978, it's almost like they're trying to increase the value of it by saying, well, the newest piece in here is 1978, which again is not true because these are rewound. There's no indication they were rewound in 1978. It's just using the original bobbins or whatever. But then by throwing in like screws fit 1966, it's saying like, well, I have a 1978 pickguard that will fit on your 66. And since I know it, because I know a 66 is worth a lot more than a 78.
You know what's really hard to track down? Strat pickguards.
You don't see them ever.
Yeah, it's like no one is making replacements. There's not any sort of variety of replacements. If you can find one, they're all just for 1990s Mexican Strats. Like it's impossible.
Right.
It's impossible.
You don't see them ever.
Yeah, it's rare. So I get it. $1,000 someone should buy.
I was thinking if I was starting a company that makes pickguards, I think I would call my store like WD Music. I think that would be a really good name.
What would that stand for, Steve?
For a pickguard. I don't know. What does it stand for? It just came to mind.
It probably stands for the guy's name that started it.
Warmouth does. Oh wait,
yeah,
that's unrelated. Never mind.
Walton Dexter. I'm just making up a name. I don't know. We do it. That's what it stands for. We'll do it. We'll do it. It just didn't work with WDI. Sounded like a tech company. They're like, we can't.
Well, no,
WDI.
they're Southern though, so it's debt. Well, debt. That's WD.com.
Are they Canadian? That sounds a little Canadian.
I was trying to do a poor Southern kind of a thing, but that would work too.
You know what else sounds a little Canadian? Hey, what's this about? Hey. Sorry.
Oop, gotta go.
Podcast is over. Sorry, I ruined the show. Bye, everybody. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that this is not a respectable reverb listing. This is
feels a little ridiculous.
I don't want to say that.
Yeah. 0 out of 5 beards.
Irresponsible. I know it's not.
Is that how you scale it? Like out of
no,
beer?
That's actually my rated roast scale. But yeah, I give ratings to things.
I'm always afraid to rate things.
Why?
Because it's like,
commit, man.
But then if I commit to a rating system, then I have to be consistent. Then I have to be then people will be like, oh, you rated that 2.5, and then you're rating this 3. This is clearly worse.
No. That I get flack for that all the time. My reasoning is
children listen to this.
This is my show.
So, all right.
That's I'm like, look, because like I have a hard rule on rated roast. If there's a dog in the picture, it's an automatic 5 out of 5. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like it's an in the moment rating. That's
totally.
How you do it. Yeah. It's not referencing anything else.
No.
Because I listen.
No, it's how you're feeling right now.
I listen to a food podcast, and they'll pull up numbers from like years ago.
Yeah.
And like, oh, you're gonna rate Carl's Jr. this when in 2014 you rated it this. What changed?
It's about what you're feeling right now.
All right, I can vibe with that. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if I'm ever gonna rate anything though. I feel nervous about it.
Okay, I give this.
You rated budget Stratocasters one time.
Did I?
Yeah, I remember you had the whole scoring system.
It was so much work.
That was a lot of work.
I stopped doing it. Yeah. Jeez, I had a whole sheet
well,
and everything.
that's
People still complain about it because they're like, well, the one that you gave like this rating to is actually more compatible with aftermarket Fender parts.
People complain.
up.
People complain.
Yeah.
I get comments on it still where people complain because I haven't compared every guitar ever.
Okay, well, that pickguard got 20 out of 60 cycles of hum.
All right. I feel like that's generous. 30%. Like,
Okay, 10. 10 was more.
Okay, I have no doubt that pickguard, those pickups,
Which is cool.
are probably cool.
Yeah.
They probably sound
For
great.
sure.
Probably sound fine. I'd want to resolder that pot.
$200 for me.
The fact that
Yeah,
I think I'm on board with that. The solder
Yeah.
job is so bad makes me feel like maybe they don't sound good. Like, oh, they were rewound.
Who
By
rewound it?
You?
Yeah.
Right.
Did
Right.
you rewind this?
Yeah, because
not
you
interested.
solder like shit.
Yeah.
There.
The person who listed that is going to listen to this episode and be like, "What the hell? Why do they hate me?"
Yeah, well.
I'm sorry. We don't actually hate you, but we have to make fun
Yeah,
of what you did.
be real careful, guys. That backfired once on me. It was real bad.
Did it really?
Tom DeLonge one, yeah.
Oh, dang. Did he?
Yeah, that KDH guy made an episode about it.
Oh,
and
really?
And then people started going all over to the dude that was listing the Tom DeLonge prototype, which actually turns out was real, but he didn't list the certificate of authenticity. And so they bombed his listing.
Remember this.
And it turned into this whole thing. Reverb called me.
Yeah.
What?
And
about
then,
it.
And then Tom sent aliens after you, and you got
Totally.
abducted and probed.
Wait, so what-
Jeez,
what
that
I was
was
like, where
rough.
are you?
What I'm hearing from this though is if you want to work with Reverb, you have to piss them off enough that they'll reach out to you.
Oh my gosh, is that
Yeah.
what we've been missing?
They were like, whoa. Like, you're an online bully. And I was like, I didn't do anything. I just pointed out. This was on the very first episode.
Right. I
So they're
remember
like,
that.
you're a bully for, people can list what they want. I'm like, no. You don't say that's an authentic prototype when you have no proof of such.
Yeah.
Right.
And clearly, like, they don't hold up to that because one of the big discussions that goes on with Reverb all of the time is that, a buddy of mine who's a nobody, like he's just a guy who enjoys gear.
An NOBUDDY.
Yes. He threw in the whole, I forget what spiral it was, but he put up like a sticker for like $500 on Reverb, and it was immediately taken down. And they said, according to our rules, you can't list things for ridiculous prices. So he responded to them, so why is Josh Scott's Klon $500,000?
Right.
Because Josh collaborated with Reverb, and that's the inside joke.
That's all you have to do is collaborate with him, and then you can do whatever you want.
And then you can do whatever you like.
I've collaborated with him a bunch, and I'm still like, oh, okay, I can't list a Poontang Boomerang, but I can list my Big Muff. Okay, sure, guys. Whatever.
What's a Poontang? Is that a pedal?
Steel Panther?
It's a Steel Panther pedal.
Or the Pussy Melter?
I am familiar with the Pussy Melter.
Hey guys, children, listen to this. Come on. Don't fucking talk like that.
You're right here. I know.
Oh man,
I'm sorry.
I like some of the people at Reverb.
Jim, if you're listening, I love you. I'll call you later. I know the guy. I'm old friends with Jim who runs Reverb.
I don't have beef with Reverb.
No, I don't either.
Just
I love
never
them.
worked with them, and it's always felt like a natural.
See, we're on their affiliate program. We work
that
with
doesn't
them.
count.
We get 1% every time people buy the
You know,
$12
it's funny.
thing.
I was like one of the first people to get offered the affiliate thing way back in the day when they were first testing it out. I never completed the sign up process. I couldn't because the site couldn't load, and I gave up, and I never became an affiliate.
Yeah, sometimes I make like upwards of 2 figures a month. From Reverb. I know.
Two?
I know.
10?
Two.
Like
Two.
10?
Sometimes 40,
No.
sometimes 50.
What?
I know. Yeah.
Oh man,
It's pretty good. Yeah. I'm paying for all my streaming services with that Reverb money. Wow. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime. Yeah, I got all 3 covered.
Thanks, Reverb.
Thanks, Reverb.
This episode is not sponsored by Reverb.
Clearly not.
Sponsored by Sweetwater.com.
The Gear Exchange.
Yeah.
So much better than Reverb that we've been trash talking. I think this one's from eBay. We don't even have a Gear Exchange. This is an egregious eBay. Do we have anything to do in between
we
these,
should
Steve?
talk about something.
Should we like just chew the fat for a little bit? I mean, you got 15 minutes till you think you're supposed to be at Gibson. I'm telling you, you don't actually have to be at Gibson.
Hey, you know what? I will tell them. Ryan from 60 Cycle Home said I didn't have to be here.
I've been telling everyone this whole week.
Well,
just
listen.
blame it on me. I've taken on this like Christ complex. I will take on everyone's sin.
Well,
just blame it on
the
me.
fact, like I was telling you earlier, like I don't owe them anything. Like I have bought so many of their damn guitars.
Right.
Like they should be showing up here to talk to me.
I mean,
And I bought 2 of their guitars used, and one was a trade.
oh,
this is.
wow.
I mean,
I
this is a big event, right? And they did they even send Mark Agnesi?
I know. Where's Mark?
Where's Mark?
If this is such a big event, where's Mark? You know, what's the name of the new CEO?
Cesar.
Cesar.
He was the right-hand man and guy running everything anyway. The other guy, JC, was just a figurehead.
Pretty
For
wild
the
that
investors.
Pretty wild that he's named after
Julius?
the head monkey from Planet of the Apes. Yeah,
Is that how it
I'd
works?
roll with that. Like I'd make that part of my identity. I probably actually would. I don't know anything about him. I'm honestly not a big Gibson guy. I'm not even a little Gibson guy. I appreciate them. I respect them as a brand. I think they've done a lot better than they were when we started our show.
We're currently in a Gibson Golden era right now.
This is a golden
All
Gibson.
right. Wow.
No,
era.
I'm serious. That's why I keep buying them, is because they are so damn good right now. They're really, really good. I am not affiliated with them in any way.
Well, here's the thing.
I think you might be affiliated with. Are you going to talk about Gibson more?
Yes.
Okay, because I was actually going to talk about something useful.
Let me.
Wow, there goes his free guitar. I was trying to work one off for you, but
What I
okay.
was about to say is, like, if anyone out there who's like skeptical about guitar influencers and stuff like that, influencers and guitar content creators and whatnot, when we talk about Gibson, things could go a little bit different when people like us talk about Gibson, because they really don't do much to market through any of us. Like, they don't ever send anything out.
Yeah.
They don't ever hire anyone for demos. They don't ever. The fact that they're here is pretty wild. They were here last year, but it's like a Sweetwater thing.
Well,
So it's like
I've done stuff with them through Sweetwater.
through Sweetwater, but directly, like, I don't know if I've ever
they
heard
don't do
of
that.
any one of us from our scene like working
Does
directly
Mesa
with
count?
Gibson.
Boogie count? They are owned and
But
have
they
the
are
ultimate say so.
now. But it's probably a different. It's probably a different.
Like my Mark 7 video was directly with Boogie, and that was via Gibson.
But it was
okay.
with Boogie, who's owned by Gibson. It's probably different people, right? You're not.
No, they are the same now.
They're the same people now.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe things are changing. I mean, I covered the Maestro pedals through Sweetwater and stuff like that. There's ways to approach that, but like what I'm getting at is, like, I can't think of anyone who's like on the Gibson paycheck. So we,
Yeah.
if you're wondering, like, most of us just say what we're going to say no matter what. But if you ever wonder about that, like, people are really just saying whatever they're going to say about Gibson, because there's really no money behind us
there's
saying
no
anything
reason
different.
to say otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, what were you going to say, Steve?
You're just talking nice about Gibson because you want them to sponsor you, but they don't sponsor anyone. Yeah.
We would lose nothing by trashing on Gibson, and we've trashed on Gibson before.
The thing I was going to ask you about, because I think we talked, you were talking about it before we started recording, is Music Mansion.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing that. Are you doing that?
I am.
Are you on the list?
No,
The
I'm
list
not
is
on the
very long.
list. I'm not on the list. Jared just texted me and asked me, "Hey, can you set up the audio for the podcast thing?"
Oh, okay.
So you're not invited, but he wants
you're-
you to do tech for it?
Yeah.
Jared!
No, that's okay. I would say no anyway.
Oh, okay. So I'm
busy.
You're busy. All right, got it. I
I don't need to be on a TV.
no, I'm hearing
thing.
I'm hearing a little quiver in your voice. I think you feel
it's
left out.
Totally fine. It's fine. They already got Bana to play the low string of a guitar.
Yeah,
I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't travel in that scene. I looked at the poster for it, and like, oh, cool. I know. I'm familiar with who Jared Dines is. I don't know who anyone else is. I don't know if I'm supposed to feel bad about that, but I don't know who any of the other people are. Yeah.
No, it's okay. Well, that's the point with a lot of them.
Yeah.
He's trying to bring up
That's cool.
some people that he actually likes and believes in.
Oh, cool.
Which is super, super cool. But no, my involvement is I was invited out to the big mansion he rented out for the day, and he's like, come eat the food and hang out and just hook up a few XLR cables and hang out and say hi to everyone.
You're
it
going to
just a
get
one-
pulled into
is
stuff.
it just a
Come
one-day
on.
event?
You're going to be there.
For him, or are they doing the...
No. It's like a week long.
Oh, okay, a week.
I'm only going to be there the first day.
Gotcha.
Right. You're going to get pulled into stuff.
I doubt it.
You're going to be on camera.
doubt
Come on.
Maybe
What
not.
was that squealing sound? Was that you? Okay. I thought you pressed a button and it was like a sound effect.
Do it. Push the button. Push.
Let's see what we got. There it is.
Wow.
Top
That happened to be
button.
the first one.
Why haven't we been using these? Like,
Wait, hold on. Is green money? Because the green... Oh, that's
Don't like that one.
oh,
Oh, you son of a...
It was there the whole time. We could have been censoring ourselves.
There's nothing quite as
The
cool
Wilhelm scream. Wow.
as self censoring yourself on a podcast.
This is the best one. This last one, this R&B.
Hey guys, welcome to the show.
Oh, baby.
Today we're talking
Welcome.
about UFOs, pyramids, organic food, and missing submarines.
Welcome to another
This
episode of
isn't
60
really long.
Cycle Home. Too bad you
All right.
Oh, that's nice. If you push it again, it stops.
Yeah.
So some other ones that we will not mention the brand names of, it just starts the sample over. That drove me insane.
That's
So it
not
never
that's not the
stops.
one that we have.
That's not the one that we have.
Must be the other one that we didn't really figure out.
Or it might be one that we haven't tried at all because there's multiple on the market now. There's
Well,
all
I'm talking
kinds
about
of-
the original one of these kinds of things.
Okay.
If you pressed it again, it just started it over again.
Oh, I see. Oh,
was
you're
like-
talking about you're talking about the Roadcaster.
No, we can't.
We can.
Mac, you guys.
Who's gonna stop
is
us?
looking at us,
Who's going to
guys.
stop us? What is he going to come over
Guys,
here and
he's
and
looking
pull the
over here
plug?
right now. Oh my God! Look away! Look
What's he
away!
going to do?
He's going to take the SD
No.
card with him.
Real talk though. Like the road one
I'll
was.
fight him if he comes over here.
The road one was groundbreaking, but there was a lot of things that just drove me absolutely insane about it.
Ours doesn't. Ours stops.
No,
The
if you
Mark
press-
II doesn't do that.
We might have the Mark II. I don't know. No, I
we
think-
have the Pro. Is there one before the Pro?
I can't remember. We don't have to go. We
No, it
almost
doesn't
never
matter.
use those buttons, so we don't know. We
I
don't
don't
ever
know.
try to stop them.
I did a podcast shortly with one of those, and we would accidentally hit it again, thinking it would stop it, and it wouldn't. I'm like, oh God! And then I'd have to edit it out. I'm like, yeah.
You don't have to
Anyway,
edit it. Just
kudos.
leave mistakes. You know.
Kudos to Mackie for the DLC creator.
We pressed a button and
No.
we liked what happened.
No, really, yeah, it's great.
No,
Like, that's
everything
awesome.
sounds great.
That's
The real review is going to be when I edit this thing and I see what those files look like. It's all down to those files, you know. Do I have to spend?
they're gonna be fine, dude.
Do I have
God.
to spend extra minutes figuring things out? Because then it's like,
You are high maintenance.
I really am.
Dude,
I'm a little.
You have
editing
no
bitch.
idea. Every time I'm like, hey Ryan, would it make more sense if we did this thing this way? Like I think you'd have to spend like a half hour figuring it out, but I think it would simplify your workflow every week. And he's like, I already have a workflow. I'm like, yeah, but this could save you like, it's like half an hour of work up front. It could save you like 10, 15 minutes every week.
I can't change.
He's like, no.
Don't try to change me, Steve.
No, you have a workflow.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I'm stubborn. I'm stuck in my ways.
Yeah, people we know are like, hey, does Ryan know that you can like change this and that? I'm like,
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't, but I'm not going to tell him about it because it's not going to matter.
I'm a digital native, but I'm like the village idiot.
Fair.
Okay, is there anything else we want to talk about, like topic wise, or do we want to just jump into the last ad and call it a thing? Like how long have we been recording? What's it say?
It says
38.
38 minutes.
I say we do the last ad, and then if other conversation happens, it happens.
Sure.
And we'll listen to the song. We'll call it an episode, and Fluff can go talk to.
Yeah, you guys
Gibson.
really stretch these out. I'm usually like, man, this sucks. Next. Oh, nope.
Well, it's because
Bad
we
sucks. What's
started as a podcast, and you just practice talking about things way too long.
This
just to keep people listening.
is from Sean Agate. It's a Fender Relic Resonator Telecaster custom shop. Condition
boy.
is used. Sent with Australia Post. What?
Dollary dues. here.
$450?
This is a cracking guitar to play. Great action and top performer. Has a Squire Affinity neck, which plays really nice. Unfortunately, the wire needs a bit of
boy.
solder. Other than that, it's tip top.
no.
Buyer will fall in love with this guitar.
I doubt that.
I don't know. I'm kind of into it.
Of course you would be. Jeez.
Like
Refinish it and sparkle, and Ryan's all over it.
you can tell that this guitar plays really fast because every photo is blurry.
I hate that joke.
I'm sorry.
Wonder if he's making French fries with that potato cam.
I don't know. I kind of feel like Squire should make this like Resonator Telecaster.
Action wise, how does that even work?
It's
know what I
got
mean?
the neck has to be shimmed to hell,
It has to be, right?
or it's just like hyper high action for it's a slide guitar.
It
Probably a slide guitar.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm kind of into the concept, like the faux relicing, like that faux blue jean thing that's going on.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, you like the acid wash look, huh?
It's okay.
Yeah.
The brown though, the brown gold thing. What is that?
Is it gold or is
It's
it brown?
It's brown.
Do you think it's because it looks like they
It's paint.
spray painted?
Yes,
it.
exactly.
There's paint on the pickup. Because otherwise I would look at that pickguard and think it was like a sheet of MDF or something like that. But yeah, they must have spray painted it for some reason. It's got to be gold. No one would spray paint that brown. They'd try for gold.
Right.
I don't know. I kind of dig it.
Here's the question.
How
much would you pay for this?
Well, let's figure. They want $450.
I already figured it out.
Dollary dues. What's the U.S. number?
Dollary dues. No, I'm not going to tell you the U.S. number.
Okay, all right. You want
you
to
to tell me how much you would pay.
Well,
you're
not.
Like I have to buy it.
No, like okay. You see
pay?
this on your local whatever. Like, what price does it have to be for you to be like?
Oh, what am I bargaining at?
Yeah.
Where am I at?
Like
that?
what price gets you interested in this?
$200.
I feel like I would offer 175, and if I was if it was really like tickling my fancy, I'd probably settle for 250.
Yeah,
250.
And if I got to play it, if I got to try it in the parking lot, like what does it actually look like?
All right, so here we go. 300 Australian dollars is 203 American dollars.
Really?
So
okay.
This is priced fairly, I guess.
I wouldn't say that's nuts.
Here's the thing. Resonators already sound like ass, so who cares like what it's like. They're intentionally supposed to sound bad. That's the whole idea, is that they sound really bad. They sound like a broken tin can sort of thing. So how bad could it be? The action's high. It's a slide guitar, which sounds great on Resonator, even though it sounds the right kind of bad on Resonator. It's unique, so it's like no one else on the block is going to have one. You can paint it again yourself so it doesn't have the acid wash thing. I know you like the acid wash.
You could write sexy on it too.
You could write sexy on it. You could take it, you could give it to Kat Von D. Now you've made $20,000. Hey, Kat, can you own this for a week? I'll come back and pick it up and then put it up to auction. You know? I wrote sexy on it and I drew a little skull on there. It has some sort of weird like piece of wood or something with a peace sign on it.
Is this just wired straight to jack?
It's gotta be.
Has to be.
Yeah.
There's no number.
I mean, when I look at it, I'm wired straight to jack. That was a really awkward sex joke.
Anyway, thanks for coming, guys. I'll see you later.
Masturbation joke. Yeah, go hang out with Gibson now. You won't hear jokes like that at the Gibson booth.
Sponsored by Sweetwater.
We do have one thing that actually maybe you might help us with a lot.
Oh, they're going to end up playing this episode at a meeting. I'm sorry, Sweetwater staff.
Are you really?
Jeez, I'm truly deeply apologizing to you.
That can't be real. You're lying.
You caught me. I'm not sorry.
We this year we've been doing a $25 gift card to the retailer of choice, to the ad that was the standout ad of the episode. And sometimes Ryan and I tie,
because all these are crowdsourced. They're all sent to us by the audience. Sure. So whoever's got the best ad is going to get a $25 gift card.
So
and you have the contact information?
Yeah, because they email them.
Oh, and you just email them back, go, hey, you won. Where do I send this card or whatever?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh. And it's got to be digital. So if you're in Canada, like literally I figured out a way. I had to get some extra information, but I can send Long and McQuaid gift cards. I can send Amazon gift cards. Obviously, Sweetwater gift cards is like the.
It doesn't have to be for gear. If you want to go to Tim Hortons or whatever,
I've sent Whataburger gift cards.
Get creative, get crazy with it.
But I think,
does the IRS do gift cards?
I think the top out of this episode's kind of obvious. But I don't know how y'all feel.
I feel like it's kind of obvious. Do you feel like it's obvious, Fluff?
Yeah.
We're all thinking the same thing, right? Let's all say it on three. 1, 2, 3. Scribbles.
Scribbles.
Okay. Cool. Scribbles.
Yeah, Scribbles. It's that SG.
So
we kept referencing 100%. It on all the other.
Yes, exactly. We're still talking about it.
Yeah, I'm going to think about it all day.
Winner.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Nicholas Delano. Franklin Delano. Delano is the pronunciation.
I can't even see the whole.
We'll get in touch with you and send you that gift card. We're gonna play this.
Delano. You guys got it all wrong. Delano.
It's Delano. Oh, my bad.
You know what? He probably doesn't care what you call him if you send him that gift card.
He's gonna get that Tim Hortons $25. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This song was sent by Brian Leary. He says, I humbly submit a song to consider for one of your future episodes. We don't even consider them. Just send us songs. We'll play them. It's fine.
We play every single one.
I started this project with a drummer friend back in 2013. We wrote some songs. We booked studio time, and the drummer bailed the day before our recording date. Typical drummer. Anyway, I really like this song and decided to take a crack at home recording with some electronic drums.
Wow.
I guess I would call it instrumental ambient dream pop a la Tycho or Beach House minus vocals. Anyway, here it is. The song is called Tourmaline. The artist is The Coastal Circuit.
Here we go.
This is...
That's not it.
I'm just kidding.
Come on.
I'm just kidding.
and
They're never going to have me back on this thing again.
navigate.
basically told you will commit suicide by doing that.
Right.
Career suicide if you do that. So he didn't do it.
What do you think of that song?
It was really chill.
good.
It was a super great background to our very private conversation here that you guys will never, ever hear. All the lip readers out there. Wow. You got a lot of little treat if the mics aren't blocking us too much.
I had a lot of, I actually really enjoyed that song. It was a nice, it was
a vibe.
a good backing track.
Yeah.
It was
It's
a
nice.
cool vibe. And also the fact that like, he's like, oh yeah, my drummer bailed. So I just jumped in. Like
Very
the
creative.
drum sounded great.
It sounded
Great.
really, really tight and clean. We hear a lot of, like home done stuff here, which we love, but that sounded like a professional track to me.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. I'd
Approved.
put that on in the background. Like that's good. Like video editing.
Totally.
Like music. Like you're putting a little montage together. You're like
4 to 5 beards.
Yeah, you're building a little Lego thing and you need time lapse music. It's time lapse music. It's super chill time lapse
Yeah,
music.
it was good.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
I'll rate it. All right now. Yeah, I'm gonna give it
50 out of 60 cycles.
I'm gonna do 62 cycles.
Whoa.
62
Yeah,
cycles.
extra
Wow.
cycles. Yeah.
There's not even that many.
I know. There's extra noise.
In the US, that
yeah,
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a place where they I don't know.
No,
We're
there's
not gonna
not.
talk about it. All right, thanks for watching. Everyone, he needs as many subscribers as he can get. Fluff here, he's got a new
Please.
channel. He's trying to grow as fast as he
Hey.
can to get noticed. So go subscribe. We'll have a link down below
Yeah.
in case you don't know how to look him up.
I mean, I will put a link because that's what
Thank you.
I do. That's
Thank
my
you,
job.
professional.
And go check out all the other content that's coming out of GearFest. We're going to
Yeah.
try to record 2 more podcast episodes
Cool.
while we're here.
Cool.
And not today, but you'll see us again, Mackie Guy. We'll
Yeah.
be back tomorrow and the day after that. And you know what? Stay grounded.
Stay grounded.
Bye, everybody.
That was cool.
Yeah, that worked out
Oh,
great.
how do you just push record to stop?